and welcome to lesson 5-1. Today we're going to talk about rounding decimals. And I just want to draw your attention here quick. It says, recall that numbers with digits in the tenths place, hundredths place, or beyond are called decimals. When you round a decimal, you find its approximate value. So that's kind of its estimate. It's not the actual value, but you're getting close. So let's give it a shot. Here's a quick reminder. So this would be like if I had $7 and 75 cents, I would have 7 in the tenths place, 5 in the hundredths place. This is the thousandths place. Usually we don't do that, but this is the 10,000ths place, 100,000ths, 1,000,000ths. So it follows the same pattern as when we're going the other way, starting with the tens, 100,000s, 10,000s, 100,000s, and so on. Just there's no once place. I guess whoever decided that this is the way it was going to be thought once sounded funny and thought we should start with tenths. So no once place, but then it follows the same pattern of tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and so on. So let's try one. Andrew's laptop has a processor with a speed of 2.2 8/10 gigahertz. Round the processing speed of the laptop to the nearest whole number. Now the number 2 8/10 is going to be about right here. Because 2 5/10 is going to be right in half. And so we would say, okay, maybe 2 6/10, 2 7/10, 2 8/10, 2 9/10, and 3. Okay, so 2 8/10, if it's right here, it is going to round up to 3. Now, and we don't even have to do that on a number line. If I have 2 8/10, I'm going to look, I'm going to round it to the whole number, which is the 2. So I'm going to underline the whole number, circle the number to the right of it, and if it's 5 or more, I'm going to add 1. If it's 4 or less, we keep it the same. This one is 5 or more, so I'm going to add 1 and round it to 3. And 2 8/10 is closer to 3, so around 2 8/10 to 3. So this rounding is really no different. Okay, it's exactly the same as all of the other rounding. You just have to be careful about the place value. Whenever it says the nearest whole number, really we're rounding it to the ones place. Okay, and then it might say round to the tenths, the hundredths, and so on. So we need to just be careful that we're reading and slowing our brains down to really look at all the things, all of the information that is relevant. So let's try another one. I just kind of wanted to touch on it again. Okay, and if you are somebody that says, you know what, I am really having a hard time with this rounding thing, I really would recommend writing this down because it is step by step in words exactly what you need to do. So we're going to underline the digit in the place you want to round to, just like we did in the last one. Look at the digit to its right. If the digit is 4 or less, keep the underlined digit the same. If the digit is 5 or greater, round to the underlined digit up to the next greater digit. Then we drop the digit to the right of the underlined digit. We just get rid of it because they're decimals. We don't need to round something like, let's say we're rounding 2 56 hundredths to the nearest tenths. So I'm going to underline the tenths place. I'm going to look at that 6. It's going to round up. So I'm going to round this to 2 6/10. I don't need to put a 0 there. It's not wrong if you do, but you don't need it. Right? So that's just why it says drop all of the numbers to the right of that underlined digit. It works for decimals. If we're doing whole numbers, then we just make the rest 0 until the decimal. So let's try another one. Okay, round 46 and 73 hundredths to the nearest tenth. Okay, so I'm going to underline the 7, that's the tenths place. Underline the digit in the tenths place, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to look at the right of the 7, and that's a 3. Is 3 going to round up or keep it the same? It's going to keep it the same. 3 is less than 5, and so I'm going to round it to 46 and 7 tenths. So 46 and 73 hundredths rounds to 46 and 7 tenths. All right, let's try another one. Round 8 and 74 hundredths to the nearest 1. Okay, so I'm going to underline the 1, which is 8. I'm going to look at the 7 next to it. 7 is 5 or more, so it's going to round up. I need to add 1 to my underlined digit, so I'm going to round this to 9. So 8 and 74 hundredths rounds to 9. And that is all that I have for you. So I hope, if you have any questions, I would really like it if you'd write it down. And I wanted to thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.